Hey guys, Pressure back in another video today. Something same as it was from like every year. If you recall, from every May would do I think around second to third week, not the first one, but I would do a specific book series that I would do. Sometimes I look at how many are there, I rank them, and that's about it. This year was gonna be the exact same thing. However, one thing was gonna be different was that there was actually gonna be looking at and ranking all the books. The main ones including the spin-offs. The spin-offs, but the other extras. But but I guess for this video, decided that I want to actually do a history video. Now, history videos on my channel isn't really new. I've done that for like quite some time. If you look at some of the comparison revisiting on Lost Ones, which basically Lost Ones is a history video sometimes, you know that's thinking, yeah. And you see it up top there. I'll get to that later, about a month, maybe two if I want to go down there on a rain. But yeah, we're taking a look at the history of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Now, if you're a kid who grew up with these books, you'd probably know on how the story goes. If you don't know, here it is. Middle school named Greg Heffley, who is on the thoughts of becoming rich and famous, has to go through middle school first and to see on how different it used to be from the other schools he has to go to. With his best friend Riley Jefferson alongside him, they go through a bunch of journeys on how middle school is. Now, that makes sense. I mean, for Christ's sakes. I got myself a buttload ton of Cat and Pants books, for no intents and purposes. And those things are targeted for kids, though. Like, really young kids. These things are, like, ages for, like, 8. To me, to begin with, though. So, there. Also, no reason why I'm doing the history videos, because now I won't be kid 10 around 14 around this time. Sheesh! And as time goes on, we get to see a lot more on how the character was actually made. Now, before I actually get into the history itself, though, what do I have right here? Besides a phone in the back. Well, this is, surprisingly enough, though, a very serious one. If you actually recall, it's like a 6-hour album. 6 in total. Yeah, 6 hours, 6 albums. Makes sense. This probably ain't gonna be important to you guys, but it's called Every Other End of Time, and I used the first album's look to input it here. Now, it looks way different from how it looks, but for how it looks, like this, it actually looks very good. And surprisingly enough, they used a lot of other books, and originally it was just supposed to be just either that book, or the one over there, or just the random cheesiest edition. But I felt like, history equals very long time, aka thinking, probably forgetting about it. Yeah, we don't know why every other time is basically talking about losing memory. Yeah, I'm not going to go deeper into that. If I do make a special, maybe. So that's that. And let's get into the history, starting ourselves all the way back around 1998 to 1999. You may say to yourself, why would we start around then? Die Wimpy Kid came in 2007, so it doesn't really make sense at all that we stop there. However, though, the character's name actually did exist in real life. Actually born around 1998 to 1999, named Greg Heffley. And surprisingly enough, you can find some of that information on the movie journal to begin with. Yeah, if you look on the few pages that actually, before the movie, even started production and during the time of the book, you're actually known for the fact that there was actually a lot of information. Like, there was actually a person named Greg Heffley. Now, they used nearly exact same thinking design on how the character would let it go for. However, one being different is that they were a little bit smaller than that. And that the whole entire sketches, well, I guess stories, will they go into here? Like, I do remember one time that there was one. It's in Roger Rules. I was thinking where Greg thought of thinking since he's about to have a little brother, he's about to use the exact same torch that he did for Roger. Yeah, no, we'll get to that later. And another thing also for note is that those books were used in like a school journal, I would say, not like a one that says diary on it. And yeah, that's all like little information that you need to know about before even getting to the author who made these books, Jeff Kinney, actually really used for. And speaking of which, let's get into that. Around 2000 to 2003, I would say the most out of. I don't know, just saying. Another disclaimer to point out is that some of the facts I have here could or could not be actually accurate to how it is, because A kid like me can't really remember stuff. I know, very young. So there's that, and I really don't have pieces of paper. In fact, even actually a computer to at least have all the stinking photos, in fact, even videos on it. So you have to just take from my word granted. You could probably just say in the comments saying on how I'm really bad at knowing facts. So there you go. And it's back on the whole entire pie chart now. Jeff Kinney was obviously starting to, make books around the same time as actually Greg actually was born. I think later, I would say. He was actually starting to, make books. And he was trying to get his first book published, but it never actually went through the final stages, and all of a sudden, yeah. However, we do know for a fact that that was another inspiration that actually died Wimpy Kid. Wait, no, it's the name, of course. There was a main character that had the exact same hair tufts as Greg, you see right here. Except the design looked way more disgusting looking. I know it's a little character there, and I think even the name was actually Manny in there. And the whole entire, over-exaggeration kind of characters will later go into these books. Because you gotta remember, this is a drawings of middle schooler who uses way over-exaggerations of it, of those specific drawings. So, there's that. Surprisingly enough, that after that, they actually noticed a website. I really can't remember the website though. They had I think 3 other games that were another inspiration of Doawk. That's how you pronounce it in short, instead of saying the full name. There was one of them black and white, and I think, if I'm not saying it correctly though, I could be wrong though, but one of them had exactly the same model as this guy over here. So Jeff took the name again, and all of a sudden decided to create a book called Wimpy Kid. Now, surprisingly enough, there are actually real differences between from what the original had to, the physical version. And Christ's sakes! Sorry about that, though. So, yeah. And then, again, about the whole entire, changes. One of the things I did notice from the computer or PC version compared to the physical is that the whole entire, dates, In the final version we actually got, and for what would be later on the finalized version, it's just in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a month, if you're really lucky. And now to be it, we really wouldn't know. I was thinking on the number or month or day to begin with. You can't really remember if it was the month to begin with, but you probably know by now. And surprisingly enough, though, that originally was the case on the PC, except that they actually had the month and date, like the number actually. So you have inches of Monday, September, the 25th, if I'm mistaken correctly. And yeah, you actually get to see which of the dates would be, which means that the Wimpy Kid, series would be a lot better, aka a lot more tie twisting for actually being, the timelines. So that was that for you. Guess also another thing was also different that the eye size, because the one we got was a little bit bigger. The original was I think the size of this, very tiny. So that was that. And the whole entire writing those stories on a book, Jeff was originally supposed to do that once, he thought of it and realized that, I can make this thing a book instead of just being on the PC. So yeah, until they decided to go with these hardcovers, which to be fair are actually a lot better. Let me just destroy the little tower I have right here. These hardcovers work with the book. I mean, they're supposed to feel like they're like a book. And you can see on how much they're different from one another. That one's lighter, that one's darker, and that one's fluffier. Yeah, and also there was also a bit of a difference between versions. Like the original versions, I think came out for when they released were actually the soft covers. I think they're called flappy version, which sounds kind of weird. And don't get me wrong, that one's good enough. But I think around the same time as the movie came out, they actually decided to redo the originals and decided to actually put in this. And you can see how much the book has been aged. Quite a bit. So there. And yeah, that's really about it. I mean, let me get to the whole entire history after Wimpy Kid. So let's go. 2007 to 2010. When all of a sudden a kid, stories came true. I wonder if you can see on here, but on the cheesiest version, you can actually see on where the sticker originally was. Yeesh. Finally, at least a good, probably nearly decade since Greg actually came to life, and since, probably like 4 some years after Jeff actually made those stories, he thought of it in realization, again, I can make this a book. So then on April 1st, 2007, Doawk Kid was finally released to the masses. And surprisingly enough, though, it was released on April 1st, which meant it was April's Fool's joke. Yeah, how does that work? Well, this book says it's supposed to be a whole entire joke about how middle school sucks. I mean, movies do that already, and in middle school, The What's Years of My Life does that. So, I don't know. Just a thought. Surprisingly enough, the actually wasn't going to be a joke. It actually became pretty popular to begin with. Ranking in a few numbers, actually. So much to the fact that thinking 3 years later, after the book came out, well, I guess 2 if you want to go in the chronological order, because actually, 20th Century Fox was able to acquire the license of Wimpy Kid to make a fully fledged movie in March 29th, if I'm thinking correctly, of 2010. We actually get ourselves the screen version of Wimpy Kid. But before the movies, I gotta get through the books now. 2008, Jeff Kennedy made Wimpy Kid 2. That's not really called though, but oh well. Logic rules. And in fact, let me just put these books back where they were and just give you the whole entire diagram from there on out. That's the spine. In fact, I got all the spines from him. 2009, I don't know if you can hear my voice though. He made Wimpy Kid 3, The Last Straw. Same year, he made Dog Days, which I don't know why. 2010 had The Ugly Truth. Same year as the movie. Cabin Fever in 2011. I know the Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book came a year after, aka Logic Rules, but I feel like as though it needs to be after, because there's a few pictures after, which I think, if I'm not mistaken correctly though, there's been a lot of versions of Do-It-Yourself. There's that one which I have, which is I think the first Do-It-6. There was one that was cut out of Long Haul for some other reason. And really, that's about it. Got the movie Diary, which is a very good one, actually, knowing the, whole entire, history of the 3 films and from the start of the first one. Third Wheel, Hard Luck, Long Haul, Old School, Double Down, the actual journal itself. I know there was again another version. I think there was one in 2012. I got the 2017 version. You could tell because of that. The CG's edition, which I put over here because it's again the 10th anniversary. I'll put it right there though. You got the next chapter, really. Getaway, Meltdown, Awesome Friendly Kid, Wrecking Ball, Awesome Friendly Adventures, Deep End, and Awesome Friendly Spooky Stories, which came out about 2 months ago. Let me give you my honest opinion about all these books in one order, one word or another. First one, classic. Second one, a good one. Third one, meh. Fourth one, obviously a perfect. Ugly Truth starting to get there, but still pretty good. Cabin Fever, a great one. I really haven't actually had an opinion on Do-It-Yourself. I really don't write in it. So, yeah. I mean, it's basically just telling the junks. So, me. Pretty good. I actually don't know how all the movies are. Wait, that's more than one word. Damn it! Meh. Starting to get there. Good. Book. Movie is alright, I guess. Okay, then why did he actually texture the mouth in? Originally it was like that. These two, meh, they're alright. I mean, that one's exactly the same one as that, so it's a classic. That one, that's alright. Same thing as Vacation from the movie diary, except added with Long Haul. It's kinda bad. Decent enough. Okay. You used to say this was bad, but it's okay now. Decent enough. The Haven, oh my goodness. They extended it from there, that's bad. And finally, that one's last. One is actually alright. Also, no, that does not include for sneaking the one and only, not this one, Diary of Greg Heffley's Best Friend. This is basically just a preview of Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid. It's got I think, 40 pages in here. 48 to begin with. And, yeah, it's really good. You can find those on eBay for $10. Not really that bad. However, those stinking McDonald's ones, yeah, that's a different story. So yeah, that's I think my honest opinion about all the books that he has made. Well, besides Mad Lips, which I don't really have. And I guess the few knockoffs that they've released over the years. Yeah, not even lying. Then I Wimpy Kid again, popular, no, junks. Being said, though, bootlegs were made. The ones I do remember vividly was that I think that I really can't remember the YouTuber's name, but he does I know somebody would tell me though, but just thinking news is junk on cartoons or whatever the heck. He made a bootleg version of the Wimpy Kid. I was starting to get on that, but never really got around to doing it. So yeah, there was one, if I recall, it was Diary of a Zombie Nerd, Minecraft edition. People, oh man, junks. So yeah, that's that. And for the Captain Underpants, I'll get to that once those 2 books releases, and maybe talk about manga. Actually, that's how those books were, like that. For those who are wondering how did I get that, Amazon, very good price for it. So yeah, I guess that's basically it. Hontai History. Wait, I completely forgot. The Hontai theories I was thinking speculate about Darwin Wimpy. I completely forgot about it. I guess the first one is being, of course, is Greg a sociopath? Yeah, he is. I know that is the reason why I was thinking Jeff made Greg was so they could relate to a character like this. You don't want a character bad. I'm trying to think of a character around these parts that are bad. Nope, because you find a single one of them. You don't want it to be too likable, else it's gonna be very bad. He's likable enough. But surprisingly enough, though, over the span of thinking 40 years and about 15 books, that makes no sense. And the span of thinking 15 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15 plus that equals about 25, I would say. 20, yeah, 25 books. Okay, 26 if you want. 27 if you want to go with that, including Mad Libs. Well, I guess that really doesn't count, so I guess 26, I guess. I don't know. So there's all that controversy about being sociopath. Yeah, I do see it. He has a blank face that's literally the whole entire face he has for half of the majority of the books. He expects something, yeah, it doesn't happen. He's thinking, uses some items, in fact, even some people, as to try to get his edge way to there. And he plots on what he thinks will happen, but actually doesn't. Also, about the whole entire third wheel about him thinking about in the moon, that does not happen. So, there's that. Also, about the whole entire Cabin Fever pilot, yeah, that's going into the Disney Plus one, so just let you know. Are they gonna make more movies? Ugh. Yeah, I don't think so. Probably if they do probably a 12 years later version, that could work. Also about more theories as well, the whole entire little diaper, that's a thing. About the whole entire graffiti Manny face, good. About Cranberger, decent. And actually, some of his videos with the boys, pretty funny. So yeah, I would say that's it. If you want a whole entire again ranking, that will be next year. So on to Blitz for that one. And yeah, just seeing how many bucks I literally have, I was thinking a kid who's still in middle school. That's another thing as well. Is he dead? Yes, he is. If you don't know for a second, that book right there, which I have 2 versions, I don't know how. Yeah, he is dead. Surprising enough though, I think, yeah, the first book is of course, 6th grade. Roger grows until Dog Days is basically 7th grade. Ugly Truth Until Hard Luck is in 8th grade. Well, I guess also how long gone as well. And Old School until Wrecking Ball, he should be in high school. And Deep End, he should be in his first year of college. I don't know, years of college go. But surprising enough though, Jeff thought, instead of just moving down and making him more mature, he decided to stick with the original plot and just gradually move it on and on. You could plainly tell from that movie diary. So, yeah. And the reason why he's there is because the whole entire beardos. I know there's a whole entire weird stuff that people would probably not even give an actual. But it is true. It's thinking if you know for the people who look like those, no information. I think one of them is the whole entire mafia, I think. So yeah, they basically got Greg half to death. And the reason why Old School is black, besides being titled Old School, it's that. It's a memorial on how it's thinking the attire is thinking of graves. Literally that. And all of a sudden they decide to just shift on different colors. Red, orange, whatever that blue's covers. A different shade of purple. Yeah. Gray. Another weird shade of blue. And that's it, really. So, yeah, there's basically that. Also, about the heart, I started the video, I was thinking on how old is Wimpy Kid. Series is 14. And who guessed was in game in 2007? Can't see. I can't see. Wait, there might have been a reboot. Yeah. Actually, me though. So, if you guys like the video, like, share, comment, notifications, and the more part of YouTube, then go to settings, turn on notifications on those settings, I don't know what you got, and basically put all the personal. If not, try to find yourself the Deep End original version. I've literally seen copies of Deep End, and they have sinking over 25 million. Yeah, that's another thing that I note as well. These logos as well. I literally got every single logo version of them, from the square to the sinking the circle. That's how much dedication I have for these books. No idea why. Also, what's in Mio is that I originally had that, like, flipped. Now I have it, like, if it was thinking 2007 until 2021. So, yeah. Yeah, and try to get that deep in, because all the copies I've seen only have 25 million. And, yeah. Because I got myself Getaway, Meltdown, Wrecking Ball, Double Down if I'm, yeah. And Long Haul, all without those entire, notifications of New York bestseller, all 250 million sold. So, figure me that on how that works. Maybe a press release? Not too sure. Anyways, follow my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And surprise note, the next video is actually going to be on the last ones. And I'm kind of, not really milking it, I'm just trying to at least, express some stuff. Next one, you can plenty down what's going to be. Not the big boy, but the other one. So there. And I'll probably do a collection on him sometime. Anyways, bye.